Talk about the western desert animals of the United States or North America. There are two kinds of deserts in this area. To the south, down here, are the hot deserts, the Mojave, Sonoran, and Chihuahuan, with their searing summer temperatures and low rainfall. Each has its characteristic plant life, such as Joshua trees in the Mojave and mesquite scrub in the Chihuahuan, as well as a range of animals that have managed to adapt to and survive in desert conditions. To the north of these hot deserts is the Great Basin, a cold desert. The sagebrush plant grows on this high, dry scrubland. Here we have that weird-looking grasshopper mouse. And then the desert snake. This sidewinder snake travels across the soft sand with a sideways movement, pushing against the ground with two parts of its body. As it moves, it leaves a trail of parallel markings in the sand. The saguaro cactus. Dominating the landscape of the Sonoran Desert is the saguaro cactus. These cacti grow slowly, but can reach a height of 50 feet after 100 years or more. And then we have the hummingbird. The little Costas hummingbird hovers by desert flowers, feeding on nectar. It also eats tiny insects and spiders. Some of these animals weigh less than a penny. These animals are the only birds that can fly backwards, and they can hover and fly upside down, but they cannot walk or hop very well. This is the ruby-throated hummingbird. It's called ruby-throated because its throat is red. It is 3.5 inches long and eats flower, nectar, and insects. It usually lays about 2 eggs, and it lives in North America. Next we have the deadly scorpion, who kills its prey by injecting venom with the stinger at the end of its tail, right here. It can hurt and be very deadly. Now we have the diamondback rattlesnake. Keeping cool, many desert predators stay hidden during the heat of the day and come out to hunt at dusk when temperatures are falling. A snake's thick, scaly skin also helps reduce water loss from the body. And we have battling tortoises. They're fighting. Desert tortoises feed on tough desert grasses in the morning and evening and spend the rest of the day in shady burrows. Males, or boy tortoises, have fierce battles when they meet, each trying to turn over the other. Extra long lower shell, right here, is used in the battles. This barrel of cactus is common in the Sonoran Desert. We're going to talk about the painted turtle, which is about 5 inches long, eats frogs, tadpoles, small fish, and insects, so it's a carnivore. Lays 2 to 24 eggs and lives in southern Canada and southwestern United States. Then we also have the snapping turtle, which is up to 18 inches long and up to 50 pounds. It eats plants, crayfish, fish, clams, frogs, and salamanders, so it is a carnivore. It can lay up to 8 to 80 eggs, and its home is southern Canada and the eastern United States. Next we have the chuckwalla. This plant-eating lizard has a very clever way of protecting itself. If attacked, it wedges itself into a little crack in a rock, then puffs up its body so it is almost impossible to get out. The chuckwalla is up to 16 inches long and eats flowers, buds, and other plant matter, so it is an herbivore. It lays about 8 eggs and lives in southwestern United States. When rain does fall, the saguaro cactus can store huge amounts of water in its fleshy pulp for use in drier times. The cactus is home to birds such as the Gila woodpecker and the elf owl, which nest in its branches and catch insects that live on the plant. So here are little fruits containing thousands of seeds. And here are the Gila woodpecker. and can live inside. This is the cactus arm. And over here is channels for the water to get through. And this pulp here soaks up the water. And this is the thick waxy skin around it. And right here is the trunk of the cactus. And we have the little kangaroo rat. This tiny desert kangaroo rat can live without drinking any water. It gets all it needs from the seeds and other plant food that it eats. It is an herbivore. And then we have the Gila monster. And the Gila monster is in danger. At 2 feet long, the Gila monster is a large lizard. It is also one of the few venomous lizards in the world. The Gila is becoming increasingly rare due to the destruction of its natural habitat and trapping by collectors. And last but not least, we have the black widow spider. This spider does have a very venomous bite, but it uses it to kill insect prey. It only bites humans in self-defense. A female black widow spider can be 3/8 of an inch, and a male black widow spider or boy can be 1/8 of an inch. It eats insects, and it lays lots of eggs, as you can see. And it lives in central and southern United States. It's gross. And that is all we have today for the western desert animals. And that concludes all of our North American animals. Next time we're here, we can talk about Central and South American animals. Goodbye.